Yes. Oh my goodness. I actually have a board meeting at 11. Yeah, you know how it goes. All the performance tracking and whatnot. Yeah, well, I won't hold you any longer, Diane. I'll have those emails to you by noon. Alrighty. Bye-bye. You must be my new assistant. Have a seat. What's your name again? Nice. I had your file in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Okay. So, from what I'm seeing, you attended a great school, lots of academic accolades, graduated at the top of your class with a stellar GPA. I'm also seeing you have a degree in business and finance. Impressive. However, I see that you have no experience in any of those fields. So tell me, what makes you a good fit for my company? Confident. I like that. How'd you hear about it? Is that so? Well, I'll have you know that this company is my most prized possession. I built it from the ground up. When I started this company 5 years ago, I had just finished grad school and all I had was my degrees and a dream. I was working part-time as a waitress at the diner on 45th. Every day was an event. I'd wake up, take the train to campus, then again to the city, having to walk 12 blocks to my job, then having to speed walk back to the train station so I don't miss it, and wake up and do it all over again. I got home around 1 a.m. every single day because I do more than I was asked, just so I could make some extra change, and then I'd be up all night doing my assignments in a 300 square foot studio apartment in Brooklyn. I say all of that to say it took a lot to get here. I was just a young lady trying to get by. Hard work, long nights, and perseverance. That's how I got here. And that type of mindset is what I expect from my employees. You need to have a hunger for success, because anything less than successful has no place in this building. I mean, you don't obtain a multi-billion-dollar company by doing the bare minimum now, do you? Tell me about yourself. What are your goals, dreams, and aspirations? Ambitious. Another like of mine. But to work here, you have to be exceptional, driven, dedicated. You must completely give yourself to me. Understood? For this position, it's not your usual 9 to 5. This is a 24-hour commitment. You are not just an assistant. You are my shadow, my liaison, my everything. I'd go ahead and take notes. So, are you ready? These will be your everyday duties. Every morning I like a cup of coffee on my desk, 6 a.m. sharp. There's that coffee shop on 5th Street called Wifey's. My order is a medium French roast with a pump of vanilla, extra shot of espresso, and oat milk. Around 11:30 is when I begin to get tired after my meeting, so I'll also need an iced caramel frappuccino with sweet cream on my desk no later than that time. For my food, I like a cheese Danish for my lunch, and I'll email you a list of restaurants that I frequent with my order. There'll also be a form in your email every morning for exactly what I want to eat for that day. As for paperwork, all files touch your desk before mine. Anything legal goes to my lawyer for review. His name is Dakota Ballard. His office is on the 3rd floor, room 24B. Are you following? Okay, keep up. Every call, you answer. Unless it's an emergency or an investor, I'm unavailable until further notice. At 6 a.m. every day before I arrive, my calendar should be filled with every meeting, calls, and any and everything that should be done that day. This should be done digitally and on the board to your left. I should also mention that there's a standard of decorum here. Number 1 being, do not enter my office while I'm on a call. You're sorry. Do it again, and you will be. I'm not your typical boss. You can't just enter as you please. Oh, also, this is Poppy. Isn't he the cutest? Oh. He gets groomed every Wednesday at the pet spa at 11:30. Here, you want to hold him? Oh, don't worry. He's just like that with new people. Come here. Okay, go sit. Go sit. Well, now that you know your duties, let's get personal. Are you married? Any kids? Why? Like I said, if you are going to work for me, you dedicate yourself to me. Looking at you right now, I can't help but feel a level of uncertainty. About what? If you'd be a good fit. How? Because you're very easy to read. The goosebumps forming on your neck. The relentless tapping of your legs. You even wrote a few squiggles out of panic as I was speaking. I intimidate you. Oh, sweetie. It's okay. I'm used to it. A woman in power is always an unusual occasion. It's about whether or not you can handle it. So, I'm going to ask you this once. Can you handle being a part of this company? Here, I'll put it this way. How bad do you want this job? As said earlier, this isn't your regular company setting. I do things a little bit different here. So, if you really, really want to be here, you need to prove yourself. This here is an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, in case you aren't familiar. But it basically states that any and everything that goes on in here cannot be spoken about. Oh, and you also forfeit your right to take any legal action against the company due to any displeasure. Intense. And a bit bizarre. I get it. I mean, you're relatively young, attractive, with a good head on your shoulders. Tell me, what are you willing to do to get this job? Speechless. I love it. If you really want to be here, sign that paper. Do it for me. Go on. Good girl. I like you already. Look at me. Are you nervous? That's understandable. All remember when I was in your position, the things I'd do to get what I want. And you know what I want right now? I want to see what you're about. Stand up. Let's go over some important things, like dress code. So, there's still a few things that we need to iron out, like my rules. The rules has nothing to do with the NDA. I'm talking about the dress code. So, do me a favor and stand up. You must have done your research. Big fan of this outfit you have on. Yeah, do a spin for me. Nice little 360. Great legs. Lovely body. Such a strong stature you have. So, you want this job, right? Prove it to me.